Well, hello, everybody. I am Adrianne Ruiz from Austin, Texas, and I will be your host for tonight's Wellness Wednesday. Thank you guys so much for joining us. You could be doing anything on a Wednesday in the middle of your week right now, but you're here. And I'm excited you're here. We're excited to have you guys on learning so much about what we're doing here at 3. We stand for so many things. We stand for 3 things, actually: greater health to the people, a platform for entrepreneurship, and a greater purpose through a caring community. And so tonight, what we have for you is a health expert who's going to be sharing her reasons for why she said yes to this company and specifically to these products. And then after that, we have 3 beautiful testimonials of real people with real results on our 3 products. So tune in and really just hang in there with us tonight as we start sharing all things 3. Welcome to our Global Wellness Wednesday. Like we talked about, I do want to share a little bit real quickly about my personal experience. You're like, who are you, right? So I've had 15 years in the industry, and I absolutely love health and wellness. People will tell you all the time, at the end of the day, all they want is for people to be happy and healthy. And I know you're going to hear that from our guest tonight as well. That's really what it comes down to. You know, you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have your health, you really don't have much of anything, do you? Well, my background is in personal training and, of course, health and wellness and coaching. And these products, you guys, are the best I have ever seen. So in all my years of coaching, I've never seen something quite like these. And so we're going to dive into them together, and you're going to get to hear exactly why a professional would say yes. So I am going to introduce you to my dear friend, Dr. Estelle Tsalik. And Dr. Tsalik, you guys, she's a highly skilled wellness consultant. She has a company called Living Well with Estelle. Isn't that beautiful? Don't we all wish we could have a beautiful name that rhymes like that? And she is dedicated to helping you make better choices when it comes to vitamins, supplements, and just your overall nutrition background. And so you guys, she is a doctor of physical therapy and a nutrition coach. She brings a unique and comprehensive approach to helping you guys create the health that fits your life. And I think that's quite unique and really what sets her apart as well. So you guys, she's all about making the journey to better health simple for you and sanity saving. She has really great tips and tools. She's going to be sharing some of those with us tonight. And when she's not working with her wellness clients, she does she's an inpatient physical therapist. She's originally from Cape Town, Africa, and she is called North Carolina home since 2005. She's a mom of 3 and a wife to Ephraim. Her husband is also a physician scientist. So lots of smarty pants going on in their house. They have 3 beautiful children. They have 1 daughter that just went off to college too. It's just amazing to see how they all thrive together. And so Dr. Tsalik, how are you?
Adrianne, thank you so much for that introduction. Gosh, yes, I am very well. I'm in North Carolina, so the sun is always shining. And I like to think of myself as a very Southern belle since I am from Cape Town, South Africa. So, but yes, I have loved living in the South.
Oh, that's so wonderful. Yeah, North Carolina is so beautiful. I love that area. My family used to go down to the beach there for summer, so we love it there too. But yeah, so you have such a science background. Your husband has an incredible science background. You guys are true professionals here. I mean, you're not just somebody who's like, yay, good products, right? Like you really probably vetted some of the things we're doing here at 3, but I've got to ask you, physical therapist, wellness coach, is it just that you're always on the search and you found these, or how did you end up saying yes to 3?
Yes, I am actually always on the search. I think as healthcare professionals, we do have a responsibility when people ask us for recommendations. I always have that. I'm not trying to cure or prevent all of that. You always have to have a disclaimer because malpractice is not something I want to deal with, but right. People do value your opinion. And so for me, it became very important that if I'm getting the same questions over and over again, my husband's, he specializes in infectious disease diagnostics. So, the last couple of years, infectious disease been a pretty hot topic. So it became very important that if I'm going to be recommending things to people, I wanted to have tried it myself, right? There are some things, of course, like it's a menopause product. I haven't been through that stage, but I want to be able to look at ingredients, look at sourcing and quality and understanding, like, what is it that will help me make decisions when it comes to, like, what do I recommend to people? So yes, I go down rabbit holes, and that's how I got certified as a nutrition coach, because I realized I had looked at so many things that I was like, oh, I actually can get certified in this by now. I have an oldest daughter has juvenile idiopathic arthritis. So the idea of marrying that Western medicine, which I think is important for disease management for different diseases, but also looking at a holistic approach. What can we do when it comes to food? I mean, you've seen that whole food is medicine thing, but at the same time, I don't always want to throw pills at things because we're normally treating symptoms, not really treating the underlying causes. And the idea of health span and lifespan really excites me. And I work in a hospital. So I work on the reactive side of medicine. That's what I get to see. By the time you see me, you're sick. I don't work in outpatient physical therapy where you come in walking. You're generally lying in a bed when I walk in the room. So for me, I'm just like, what can I do? And that's how I started Living Well with Estelle, because I realized I wanted to be that bridge for people to start making better choices. People know they want to be proactive. And when I looked at the products that 3 had to offer, they were hitting all those categories that people are looking for, right? That gut health. They want something like a multivitamin that's also good superfood blend. They want good skin. I mean, we all want to age gracefully. And then also like how can age in a healthy way? Like what products should I be looking at? And when I looked at the ingredients, I looked at the sourcing and the company and the formulators, and I tried them myself, quite honestly. And I thought I was doing pretty well with my health. And then I was like, I could feel better. Is that even possible? So that's why I said yes.
Oh, I love that. So you started feeling better on these products yourself. I think that's the most important thing, is doing your due diligence. For those of you guys who are watching tonight that haven't ordered 3 products and you haven't tried them yet, and you're just maybe you're sitting on the fence, or maybe this is your first exposure. I mean, we have 6 incredible products that Dr. Estelle is going to share a little bit more with you about. But yeah, the name of the game is always, how is this going to work for me? How is this going to work for me and my body? And as a health coach, I really appreciate that you say, I try it, especially when you are so heavily involved with Western medicine as well. There's so many things you could prescribe. There's so many things you could talk about, right? And you taking a proactive wellness approach. And so that's beautiful. It's beautiful. So we have these 6 products. Do you want to share a little bit about what you love about each one?
Sure. I mean, there's a lot, only 6, so we can go through them pretty quickly. My favorite one that really got me hooked was the foundational health aspect of Vitalite. And I have this next to my desk. I generally remember to take it in the morning, but I just show people. I went to the beach for the weekend, and all I did was take 2 of these packets, and I had all of my vitamins with me, right? And people are like, multivitamins, there's a lot of research coming out that it helps with cognitive decline. And there are more and more studies coming out of the benefits of multivitamins. But you cannot just go into the store and buy any multivitamin. What I like about these products is that it really focuses on bioavailability, on natural sourcing, and so that the absorption is better. And that is critical. Like you can go into all of these big box stores or drug stores and buy something off the shelf. But when you start looking at the ingredients and being an informed consumer and looking to see whether they are using some synthetic ingredients, and I do a lot of education on my social media channels on like, what are you looking for when you're looking at that label? What I love when I look at the product label of anything for 3, it comes from a food-based source, which means that when I take it in my body recognizes it's a food, they work together, and then I get better efficacy for my product and I need to use less of it. So like Vitalite, if you're looking for something that fills in all the nutritional gaps, I don't care how clean you eat. I mean, you could be shopping at the farmer's market and Whole Foods and all of those things every day of the week, but our foods don't have as much nutrients as they used to have before. There are all these trace minerals and things that we need. And so when you can take a packet like this that fills in those trace minerals, your probiotics, digestive enzymes, it's got all your superfoods, your super greens, like my veggie drawer, sometimes things go there and die. But at least when I take this, I know that I've gotten, 13 different greens today, even though I haven't consumed them. And I'm not saying that this replaces you eating a healthy, balanced diet, but it makes up for the fact that sometimes you're going to have to stop at the drive-thru. Lives are busy. I'm a mom in the midlife. I have one in middle school, high school, and college. My husband travels. I have 2 jobs. Sometimes we don't eat as well as I would like to, but I know that when I start my day with this, even if it ends at the drive-thru, it's not the end of the world.
Right. Oh my gosh, I love that. And what you're talking about. You're talking about how in America we have this much food, right? We're eating this much food, but we're only getting this much nutrition. And you just a switch and said 1 to 2 packets a day, and you'll start to change that around. And of course, it's going to make you more satisfied. You're probably not going to be as hungry. Those kind of things are things that I experienced on it. And you're right. We're talking about whole foods. The vitamin C in this comes from cherries, acerola cherries. There's no ester C. There's no synthetics or fillers or binders. It's just pure food.
Just pure food. I mean, and another thing that people need to realize is also, like, I have so many customers that start trying this and they realize, oh, I have so much energy. And they like, oh, and some people are even losing weight. Not that this is a weight loss product, but I truly believe that when we give the body what it needs, it becomes back into balance. And then we start to feel better. And when you feel better, you're like, oh, what else can I do with this energy? And then as a physical therapist, you start moving, which, brings me to my other favorite product. In case, I don't know if you were going to talk about this one, but I will not go a day without Revive. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm sure people have heard of turmeric and curcuminoids and all, those are the things that people use for their joint health. But the reality is turmeric is a very large molecule that is very hard for your body to absorb. So yes, you're going to buy turmeric. Great. It's a good first step, but a better first step would be to find something that is more bioavailable, that has all of these additional ingredients like the black cumin oil. I mean, I can go down all of the ingredients, but at the bottom line is Revive is a great anti-inflammatory so that your joint health is taken care of, because I want people to be moving as a physical therapist. When you don't use it, you lose it. And so sometimes people will start going to the gym or they start working out, but then they're so sore the next day, they don't want to go back again. So how can we work on joint function? I'm a former dancer. I danced for 20 years. My knees are very old. They are not the same age I am chronologically, but this is how I get to still be as active as possible. And I have clients that are aging in a way that I would like. When I'm in my 80s, I want to be able to still be walking, taking my kids to Disney World, right? So think about what is it about how you want to age and use these products to fill in those gaps. But yeah, when it comes to stiffness, healthy joints, inflammation, this is an amazing product to help you with that. And it has lots of other excellent ingredients. And whoever invited you to this will send you a link with all of the ingredients. But bottom line is it addresses that unbalanced inflammation in our bodies. Some inflammation is good, but chronic unbalanced inflammation is not something that we want to have unaddressed, because it will come and it will rear its head. And then it's going to be a lot harder to take care of.
Right. So true. I mean, I couldn't have said it better myself. I don't know. I mean, yeah, lots of us are just walking around with either acute from working out or chronic inflammation. And this product really has the opportunity to come in and address that. So 1 to 2 a day, I would say, I mean, it's just a beautiful, beautiful product. So yeah. What's your next favorite?
So I fill in my nutritional gaps with Vitality. I address unbalanced inflammation in my body with the Revive. And then I detoxify daily with this Purify. It's a whole body detox. It's not a colon cleanse. You're not going to spend all day in the bathroom. That's not what it's about. I think that there's definitely a movement to being more low tox. And I try 80% of the time to be as conscientious as possible of what I'm intaking, but we're out in the environment. There's toxins everywhere. You cannot always avoid it. So what can you do that helps the body? Because we do have detoxification organs. They know what their job is, but can you give it something that helps that process and addresses the buildup of toxins in your body? So having something that helps detoxify the liver, the lungs, the kidneys, the colon, and the skin. I mean, the skin is our largest organ, right? So many things, our makeup, skincare, things that just say fragrance, very vague. But when you have something like this, or, another thing I like to remind my clients about is alcohol. It gets processed through your liver. Purify helps detoxify the liver. So if alcohol is something that you have in your life, and there's nothing wrong with drinking alcohol in moderation, take some Purify too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I love the Purify too. You're right. It's not a laxative. It just comes in and helps prime your body's already elimination organs, the 5 major elimination organs, and says, hey, this is what we should do. So bind heavy metals, bind artificial sugars, things that you guys are being exposed to. And it really does do that job right. I like to start my day with Purify, actually. Some people like to do it at night, either or. Everyone has their own, version of how they incorporate it. But yeah, I do love Purify. Yeah. Any other favorite products you have?
So I think during the last 3 years of our lives, one that was really, one of the ones that I was looking for was something to help with immune health. And immune health also is gut health, right? Because such 80% of our immune system is in the gut. So immune or immune, however you want to pronounce it, is a great product. It has like 3 different ways of fighting and building up your immune system. I mean, it has vitamin A, C, D, E, like so all the big ones, and then selenium and calcium and elderberry, which I used to drink as a syrup, right? Just in the winter time. But now there's also quercetin and nanocolloidal silver, all sorts of amazing ingredients in there to help support the body's immune system. And so when we start traveling, it's summertime, you're on airplanes, buses, trains, or whatever, you're exposed to people who may be sick and you don't know. I would like to go on vacation and not have to come home with something. So this is my little, basically defense program. When I'm traveling, I always travel with the products as well. I mean, immune is always going to be in my suitcase if I'm traveling.
Yeah, it's a safety net for sure. George and I are always traveling as a part of this business. And at the same time, I think it's just the kids, when they're in school throughout the year, all that kind of stuff. If you're around kids, if you're around people, right, chances of exposure get high. You can take this. You can even open the caplets up, maybe blend it up in some juice, have the kids drink it. It just helps everybody. So yeah, the nano silver salt too is so cool because colloidal silver has been used for centuries as a natural antiviral antibiotic. And what we're doing is making it tiny and sort of micro dosing it. So you're not overloading the body. You don't have to have that fear of colloidal silver, because it being that in that way, but that's exactly what it does. And so it's just the coolest. We have the coolest products, but we have a couple more too. Do you want to share?
Yeah, we do have a couple more. So, I mean, so this was not I had to learn more about this product to really appreciate it. And I'm sure you probably know what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Eternal. I was just like, it tastes delicious. And I took it because I do my due diligence. And so I was taking it. Then I started reading more about it. And I was just like, it's got CoQ10, it's got resveratrol, and it has 200 milligrams of resveratrol. And I don't drink, but I know that, people have the benefits of drinking red wine. And then when I looked at 200 milligrams of resveratrol in this one packet, and most 1 liter bottles of alcohol, I don't know if you buy a liter of alcohol, but there's 12 milligrams of resveratrol in a liter of red wine. Now that you have to drink a lot of wine to get 200 milligrams of resveratrol. I would say do your liver a favor and just take a packet of the Eternal instead, because the resveratrol has all these amazing biological properties. It's an antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, it's neuroprotective, so for your brain. It's also cardioprotective, so in terms of heart health, atherosclerosis, all of these things. It's also had anti-cancer benefits, and also it's an anti-inflammatory. And that's just the one ingredient Eternal, right? It also has the marine collagen. It's got the CoQ10. It's got glutathione, which is the mother antioxidant. So if you're looking for something to support healthy aging, this is it. Because not everybody takes something because they think, oh, I'm taking it for a reason. I have these symptoms. There are some of us that really want to be proactive and be like, well, if there's one thing I could do on a daily basis to support my health and my longevity and my health span, what would it be? I would say take a packet of Eternal. You can take 2. The kids can take it. There's no age too young to get started on these. Of course, check with your pediatrician first. And luckily, all of the products are in the physician's desk reference, so they could actually look it up.
Yeah, I love that everything's in the physician's desk reference too. I also always want to say some people are really concerned about certain products and ingredients and things like that. But I always say if you're eating food, you can try these, like you can be on these, I mean, there may be very rare circumstances. So yes, we always say, talk to your healthcare professional, but at the same time, like when you're on food, these are whole food, right? Supplements.
Yes.
And so that's a beautiful part about it. But we have one more that's a hot topic right now outside of that. I think my girlfriend and I have tried to get 200 milligrams of resveratrol drinking wine. I don't recommend it either. I'd rather take the Eternal packet. I don't have time for those days anymore. Those days have sailed. So yes, but let's talk about collagen.
Yeah, so the collagen, I mean, I was really intrigued by this because there are lots of collagen products in the market. I mean, it's a hot topic. Collagen is the most abundant protein in our body. There are like 29 different types of collagen, and it helps your hair, skin, nails, connective tissue, all of the things, right? And so if the skin is the largest organ in our body, what can I do to support it? And so people are like, well, the topical things. But when you look at someone who has great skin, it comes from the inside. yes, the topical things help, but what are you taking on the inside? And having a protocol of 10 days on, 20 days off is great, because at the first of the month, I take it for 10 days. So I just finished my collagen cycle a couple of days ago. And now for the rest of the month, my body has been, like, all of that collagen producing activities have been turned on in my body for the next 20 days. It's doing what it's supposed to do. I'm not supplementing it with an outside product on a daily basis. Like, it knows, okay, I have all the building blocks. Now I'm going to keep building on it. And then at the start of next month, I'll take 10 more packets. And that's what we do. It's because, I like how, and my hair, it's got keratin, biotin, pomegranate juice, all of the good things that help us have a radiant skin. And at the end of the day, our gut also benefits from taking collagen. It's not just the outside.
Our whole body benefits. 78% of our muscle fibers are, we need protein in a way that's absorbable to us. And even though marine based, we always say it's a little bit more geared towards hair, skin, nails, all that good stuff. It is feeding that amino acid structure. I actually promote and recommend that you take the collagen right before you go to bed at night, because you're getting 6 to 8 hours of sleep time, uninterrupted absorption time, with a really good high quality amino structure, that's really what it is. So collagen's phenomenal. And you're right, it's such a hot topic right now. People are digging their hands and powdered and putting it in their coffee and all sorts of stuff. And there's, it's okay, it's good, but it's not the best. And so we, again, have the best. And of course, lots of people are catching on to what we're doing here at 3. For one of the major reasons is that all 6 of our products are in the PDR. Do you want to just touch on, like, what is the PDR for people real quickly?
Well, the physician's reference is something what allows called the prescriber's digital reference, because it's not this giant tome of a book anymore, where you can look things up and figure out what drug interactions. It's a great reference that healthcare professionals use. And in the past, when you take a nutraceutical, or even when you go to your doctor and they ask you, what other supplements are you taking in addition to whatever they prescribe, they can't look up to see what the ingredient is unless you come in with the bottle to them, right? And then they will probably say, oh, no, you don't need to be taking that. But to have something that you can say to your doctor, oh, I'm taking, Vitalite from 3, they can type 3 in and all 6 of them drop down in the menu. They can look at it, they can see what the ingredients are. And if they have a concern about things that drug interactions, anything like that, they can address it right there. And then you can have a conversation with your healthcare provider much more easily than having to bring in the bottle or a piece of paper. You can just say it's in the physician's reference, because now it's been vetted by another agency that the physician can trust.
Yeah, it's a big deal that we actually have all 6 of our products in there. Most of the nutraceutical companies are in there, only have 1 or 2 because they're so highly vetted. We have to list all the ingredients. They have to have clinical dossiers attached. Like, it's big time, right? So it's a real honor to be a part of that. So you know what's going to be a real honor too is we get to hear 3 incredible product stories tonight. So 3 for 3, right? And our first, yes, I know, I'm excited. Our first testimonial is going to be coming from Wendy Waldron, who is in Morristown, New Jersey. And she's going to share a little bit more about her story on the 3 products as a teacher. And so Wendy, are you with us?
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I am doing great. I guess you'd like me to get started on my journey with 3?
I would love for you to share your experience on the 3 products. Yes.
Okay, wonderful. As you said, I'm a teacher, and my good friend introduced me to 3 about 2 months ago. I live a life where I'm constantly on the go. I wake up at like 5 in the morning. I don't stop till like at least 11 p.m. on a weeknight, going. I have 2 girls in college, which while people say, oh, they're away, but trust me, there's a lot going on there too. And, I run a whole household, husband, dog, the works. So I'm always on the go. I've always had the mentality of being very healthy, very about fitness. Always, all my friends know I'm constantly getting up in the morning, taking my dog for 3-mile walks, everything like that. But although I've always been fit and I've always been healthy and always taking care of my body, taking care of my skin, I've always put a lot of pride into all the skincare products I use because, who wants to age, right? Well, lo and behold, I was aging and I was feeling tired and I was feeling run down and I was feeling exhausted from my day ins and days out. And my friend Nicole introduced all this to me, and it was an immediate response. It was as if 3 was calling to me. I took the Vitalite, the vitamins first, and I took the Eternal and the collagen, and doing all three at once really worked for me. And I just felt focused. I felt alive. I felt aware. And so I said to her, I have to know more about this. And so she came over and showed me more. And soon enough, I was like, well, yeah, I need all six. So really on a daily basis, I do all six products, and everything Estelle said is true. The Revive, for someone like me who I'll do yoga and I'll have a really hard workout, and that Revive takes the pain away the next day. You take it at night, you take one in the morning, it's gone. You know, my flights of stairs stories where I was stuck going down 32 flights of stairs, totally sore, couldn't move. I couldn't walk. My friend was joking around because she was like, I remember you coming to school not being able to walk, like literally hobbling. I took three. I took the Revive that night. I took two of them, and then two in the morning. Hours later, I was like my old self, running around, being my silly teacher self, being fun with the kids again, and feeling alive. So I do swear by the Revive, especially for people who, you know, are very active and they want to stay active. But you know what? We can't help what our bodies are doing. They're getting old. We want them to feel better. And it does feel better. And I take the Purify, and I also take the Immune. And the other thing about the Immune that I do swear by is I have two girls in college, and you know, like everything's going around. So when they got home, I immediately is like, let's take this, let's take that. And they're all dipping into all my things. And the Immune immediately wiped out all the different germs they were facing, all the different colds and rundownness they had, and they felt so much better. And all my girls are going to go back to school with Vitalite, Immune, and the Eternal, because they need that to exist in a college environment with all the germs, all the socializing, all the late night studying. So I can't say enough about how it's changed my well-being, my overall health. And that's a lot to be said from someone who's always took a lot of stock in being healthy. Like I feel better than I ever have. And I've always taken so much stock in being healthy. Granted, I'm not like 25 anymore and all that, but I feel so much better. So if you're like me, you're getting into those fun years, you know, middle age has passed you by, go for it, because you will feel so much better. Your focus will be back. Your fog brain will be gone. You'll be able to walk around. You'll be able to like run. You'll be able to do yoga, boot camp, Orange Theory. I'm doing it all. And I was having a lot of problem with it before.
Oh, Wendy.
That's my story. It makes me feel great. And I just hope everyone else who hears this wants to feel good. So I definitely swear by it.
Wendy, thank you so much. That was amazing. Let's just make her a poster child, right? A poster girl. You know, hey, everyone wants to be like Wendy and working out as much as she is. What do you think about that?
I'm not working out all the time, but what I'm saying is when I am, three helps. Like but this is what I like to do. Like this makes me happy. It's so funny. Whenever I get stressed out, my friends are like, oh, just go for a walk. I'm like, you're right. That worked. I'm good. So it's just, it kicks my endorphins. I feel better, but to be able to do all that stuff on my busy schedule, this has enhanced my lifestyle so much.
Yeah, I mean, that's wonderful, Wendy. And like two things. One is, yes, all of the products work synergistically together, which is the best part, right? Because you want to make sure what you're taking works together. And then the other thing is like, yeah, life is busy. And if you can fit these products into your busy lifestyle and then feel better, that's even better for me, because I'm all about simple and sustainable. I'm a mom in the midlife too. There's no time for something complicated that's going to take me to have to think about. I just want to be able to take and go. And I love how this is working for you.
Yeah, it really is. And it's so funny, the picture you put on my testimony, that is such a teacher Wendy picture. Like that is a day where we all wore pink to support breast cancer. So like that is such a teacher Wendy picture. I'm in my classroom. That's hilarious. I love it.
I love it. Well, thank you so much, Wendy. Beautiful.
You are so welcome.
Well, we're going to be moving on here to another wonderful, amazing woman. Her name is Beth Reyes. She lives in San Jose, California, but she is originally from the Philippines. And she is going to be sharing her product testimony with us about all of our 3 products that she has tried so far. Beth, are you with us?
Hello, everyone. I'm Elizabeth Reyes, and I'm from San Jose. But originally, I'm from the Philippines, and I'm very excited to build in the Philippines and share this to my countrymen. It's all about timing because when I first tried the products, I'm so sick. I have a lot of health issues like high A1C, hypertension, high cholesterol, shortness of breath, severe depression, and what else? But after taking the products, everything changed. Because before I have a shaking of legs, high A1C, and Filipinos are known eating bread in the morning followed by rice. So I have a high A1C, but I'm so grateful and thankful, first of all, to God and to the products and to the company Tree International, because now my A1C is 6.5. Wow. And no more leg shaking. And because my body is not aligned, I feel sluggish. I feel so sleepy. And, my mind is so active and wants to work, but my body is not aligned. And also depression, because I just lost my mom. So I can't work well. If you have those health issues, plus severe depression, you will landed in your bed. I don't want to get out of the bed. My mind wants to work, but as I said, my body is not aligned. But I'm so thankful for these products. And because of the science and the technology and the story, like my story, what else? And it really helps me because some friends noticing my skin also. Because I'm 65 years old. What can you expect? So my friends noticing, what did you do in the Philippines? Well, this is real. And they noticed some changes in my skin. And I feel also my skin are so soft, and taking the Vitality every day in the morning, I feel full because I love to eat cakes, sweets. So I lessen the carbs. And I feel I lost some weight. And I'm so happy. And because if you are healthy from the inside, it will manifest from the outside. So now I'm more excited. I'm more active. Though deep inside, sometimes I remember my mom, but because I feel the difference before, so now I can work well. So I love to share this every day, the beauty of our products, especially to our countrymen, because my story could be your story. Now that I have A1C that 6.5, well, also my blood pressure now is 120/80. And my doctor asking me, what did you do? And I said, I have a miracle. I have a miracle. Can I share it to you? So I all the products I tried all the products so I can get the good result. And I got the good result. I got the good result, and I can share this many times because this is my true story. This is my true story, and I always said my story could be your story. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. I tried not to get a little teary-eyed there. I'm sorry about your mom. I know you spent a lot of time over there, and I know that's not it's just not easy. Those things just don't leave us. They're just things we remember, and we have to remember the good times, but it was very transparent and very vulnerable of you to share, what's really going on. And that's amazing. And now, again, I do want to say, our products were not intended to cure, prevent, or treat any type of disease, but clearly when you give your body what it needs, it can do what it's supposed to do. And Dr. Tsalik, do you have anything you want to share about Beth's story?
Well, that was just such a beautiful testimony. And when Beth said, when you're healthy on the inside, it manifests on the outside. And that is truly how it is. And the fact that you feel you have more energy and you can do so much more, that's what I want for people as they age, right? Just because you're getting older doesn't mean that, you're supposed to feel tired and not want to do anything. I want to be able to run marathons when I'm 90. Not that I like running, but I want to be able to say I could if I wanted to. And looking at Beth and how this has changed her health span just from taking these products and getting her body in better balance, as a beautiful testimony.
Well, my goodness, I mean, I'm telling you right now, it's just one of those things. I'm trying not to get too emotional about that because yes, loss is hard. And I think it's important. We still need, when we're in times of stress like that, we really do need to take care of our bodies. And like you said, good health starts from the inside out. So thank you so much, Beth. We appreciate it. All right. We've got one more amazing story to share with you guys tonight, or testimony from a very good friend of mine. And her name is Danie Jolley. She lives in Spanish Fork, Utah. And she's been on the products for just a little bit of time, but she's an amazing entrepreneur, you guys. She's always on the go. She has a daughter who's like a professional dancer. I mean, she is moving, moving and grooving all the time. And so I would love for Danie, if you could hop on and say hello and share with us your product story. Hi, Danie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. Thanks for being on with us tonight. We can't wait to hear more about your 3 story.
Yeah, so I've only been on 3 for a little bit of time, like Adrianne said. I've been on health products for all my life. Since I was probably 17, I started really taking care of myself. In fact, I like to kind of brag because me and my husband have raised 9 children. We have 13 grandchildren, and I'm expecting my first great grandbaby in October. So health products work.
Amazing. Yes, they do.
So I actually am now taking all of the products, and I love all of them, but I got started on the Purify, the Revive, and the Immunate. And I love those because before 3 products, I had low energy. I experienced elevated sugar levels, which caused unwanted weight gain. My face was getting really chunky, and I kind of like looking at myself on Zoom because my face is getting more thin. So it's working.
I love it.
And I had back and joint pain, and I had a lot of brain fog. But after 3, I noticed that I'm sleeping better. I wake up rejuvenated and with more energy. Before, I was sleeping until 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. I wasn't able to go to sleep at night until probably 3 or 4 in the morning. So it would carry over into my morning. And now I'm asleep and I am up by 7:30, ready to go. I'm also releasing weight because my sugar levels are going down. I go in for more blood work the 1st of July. So I'll be able to have a better idea of what's really happening there after those labs come back. And I have more clarity of mind. The brain fog has been lifted. So it's,
Dr.
I was
Tsalik,
really skeptical, but it works.
Yeah. So
That is amazing.
Like
Yeah.
lots of people with brain fog, like what's with 3 and helping with brain fog? Because, Danie, you're not the only one. I mean, anyways, I just got a little excited there when you said that, because what do you think it is, Dr. Tsalik?
Well, I mean, when I was looking at the Eternal, and I know you said you were taking the Eternal, the resveratrol in there. I mean, there are lots of ingredients, CoQ10 as well, but the resveratrol itself has neuroprotective properties, right? And then just giving your body what it needs with the Vitality, all the superfoods, the super greens in there, as well as all of the vitamins. When we start filling in the gaps in our diet, because no matter how clean you're eating, but when you're filling in the gaps, now you're getting better sleep. You're waking up revived and ready to go. So you have more energy. And when we have more energy, we also eat better because our bodies are not looking for those high caloric foods to get energy from, which helps you then lose weight. So, I mean, it's a whole vicious cycle that when we can fix our sleep and take products that help that, it has this cascade that really is just beautiful. I mean, look at you. You don't look like you're about to have a great grandchild.
I want to look like Danie when I grow up.
I know. Hashtag great grandma goals.
Oh,
I do have my little great granny bun though,
You've always been beautiful. You're always beautiful. Well, thank you so much for sharing with us tonight, Danie. I really appreciate you hopping on. I know you were super busy and this was like a last minute thing. And I'm like, I would love to have you share. So I really appreciate your time. I mean, certainly, this is not your first time in a profession like this. And although this isn't like, we're not really going into that wholeheartedly, but do you see yourself being able to promote 3 easily because of your product experience?
Now that I've experienced 3 and I'm having actual results, then yes, I can see myself doing that. And then when I get my next month's labs back, I've always believed in the blood doesn't lie. The blood tells the story and tells the truth. And so I'm excited to take my old labs that I just had done and then get my new labs to see what's going on, because I was so feeling not good. And I really am excited because that will help build my testimony as well.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yay. Thank you so much for saying so. I really appreciate it. I'm excited for you. I can't wait till you get your lab work back. I'm a big believer in blood work too. I think it's important. Like you said, it doesn't lie. So I can't wait to hear more. I'll have to check in with you or text me, right? Text me. I can't wait to see.
I'll text you my old labs and then I'll text you my new labs.
All right. I can't wait. All right. Well, thank you so much, Danie. I really appreciate it. And then Dr. Tsalik, I would love to hear any ending thoughts you'd like to share with the world of 3 tonight who's still listening in.
Oh, well, I hope that this time that we spent here together just talking about the products has piqued your interest, where you either want to try it or just learn more about it. But I will say that if you can take highly bioavailable products and put it in your body, you will feel a difference. That's based at the end of the day is, how can you support your health? And the 3 products definitely are filling those gaps for so many people. And try for yourself and have that experience where you can also come on like Danie and have or Wendy or Beth as well that are having amazing experiences because they are trying the products themselves. But yeah, I'm a believer and I love sharing things that work. And I've said in the past, even if I wasn't affiliated at all with 3, I would still use these products because they work.
Yeah. So I'm putting up a little slide here because we really want to officially, hopefully you guys get excited and join the global movement of 3, like Dr. Tsalik has shared with you guys tonight. You are such a wealth of information. I mean, truly, I've never heard somebody quite go through their products like you did tonight. It was just so beautiful and so eloquent. And I know that, I've been on 3, but I know what I heard tonight made me even more, sort of convinced that this is what I should continue doing. And so we want every single one of you guys to be able to reach back out to the person that invited you onto this call tonight. We are creating a global movement. Remember, 3 stands for 3 things. It stands for people, purpose, and platform, right? So we want to be able to help you out in all of the ways that we can provide support globally. And so thank you guys so much for being on with us tonight. Dr. Tsalik, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. So, all right, everybody, have a wonderful night. Goodbye.